welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Theresa, but you can call me Cat. I'm doing a bi-weekly astrology reading by element. So this is the water signs, if I'm remembering what the hell I'm doing. My pencil over on the other table. Alright, so that is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, Ascendant, or if you're particularly affected by that Moon in Pisces we just had. What else are water elements doing? Let me think. I can't think of anything else offhand, but if you're feeling drawn to the watery elements, this is for you. I've got the Aquarian Tarot and my music deck that I made for myself. I'm using my Yin-Yang Relationship Check-in reading here. So it can be you and somebody else. It could be you and your higher self, you and your inner child, you and your ego. It could be any opposite. It could be Mars and Venus, you know, this job or that job, any old thing. So the way that it works is that these crossover cards are just the bottom of the deck, but because these stacks are tall, I'm just going to take them out of here. I've got it focused to about here. Now normally when I read this, I feel like this is like the person who's looking at it, and then this is the other party involved, the other aspect. But oh, come on, man. If you're feeling like this is more you, that's fine. I just have to start somewhere. So over here I have the King of Swords inverted, so this is radioactive, and I like the Lindsay Sterling and Pentatonics version. So here's Kevin with the cello from the video. So we have radioactive, the King of Swords. He is Capricorn and Aquarius. So right off the bat we've got Saturn and Uranus retrograde, which is what we have right now. We also have a masculine energy that's out of balance, a 1 or a 14 inverted, potentially 5, which could be a shift or a pivot. Right? Uranus just shifted into retrograde recently. Saturn's going to shift out of retrograde at the end of the month. In the challenge position, we have 1, the Magician. So this is also masculine energy. And we're dealing with air, Gemini energy. I mean, Mercurial energy, which could be Gemini, but it could also be Virgo, I believe. Yeah. So Virgo is coming in. This would be that Gemini North node. But it could also be Virgo. Now Virgo's been coming in inverted a lot during Virgo season here. But here it's in a challenged position. I also see the number 7 here, because I have the 7 Metals of Alchemy by Mannheim Steamroller as the song for this. So when I get this particular card, it gives me that sort of shift between the 1 and the 7 that sort of flow in and out of each other. We have the Magician, but there's also this background Chariot energy, especially because I put this Steamroller picture from one of their albums on here. So we have 15 here, which could potentially be the Devil or Saturn, which is retrograde, but also potentially 1 and 1, which is 11, which would be Justice or Venus energy, but could also be Strength, depending, which would be the Sun, which is where Venus just went, is into Leo, or 11, which is universal timing, or a twin flame number, depending on if that's relevant to you. So then we also have the 4 of Swords, upright. So the song for this is Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny, the extended version. And we have 3 swords together and then 1 sword by itself, which is typical of the 4 of Swords. Let me pull it out of this deck that I used earlier. Just pull it out. When in doubt, whip it out. This is what the magician would do with his staff. Where am I at? Where's my nap card? Dirt nap. It's gonna be the last one in the fucking deck, I tell you. I tell you, it's gonna be the last one. There it is. Okay. So this is the typical 4 of Swords. So we have 1 by itself and then the 3 other ones. Alright. So we have normally a knight, so normally a masculine energy as well, taking a nap, going within, reflecting after battle. Notice if we said that we're subtracting this 1 from the 14, we'd have 13. So we might have a transformation because the 13 breaks down to 4. And this is like the day after the battle, and I'm just trying to recuperate. I got an idea and I'm gonna sleep on it. I'm gonna sleep on it. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we have the Queen of Cups. So there's that 13 again. Now, Queen inverted. So Queen of Cups energy, Gemini and Cancer. She's inverted. Now, Moon energy usually tells me the Sun. And I did say that there was potentially 11 here, because some decks' strength is 11, which would be Sun energy. 5 and 1 is... Oh, I see 6 though. 2 and 4, 6 could be Gemini as well. So she is... So there is a response of feminine energy to the masculine energy over here, but in a different way. But we have someone who's in their feelings and can't work their way out of them. For the feminine aspect. So here's the strength card. So in this deck it's the 8. Oh, okay, I guess that one's going in the challenge position because I accidentally knocked it. So we have 8 strength. This is that Leo Sun energy, but it's coming in inverted. So we have the Moon and the Sun both inverted next to each other. So I'm getting this idea of like eclipse, but also it's that Yin-Yang energy. It's giving me something that's weird. Venus going into Leo. But why is it upside down? I keep getting sort of Venusian energy that's inverted when it's the masculine that's going to be going retrograde with Mars in Aries. Although that's coming up over here, but in the wrong fire side. The 9 of Rods. Okay, so I was thinking 9 here. I don't know why. Oh, because this is a 1. That would be 9. So here's the 9 of Rods in the challenge position. 9 of Wands. Okay, so the Moon in Sagittarius. So there's the other side of that North-South node. Gemini North node, Sagittarius South node, going to go direct in Capricorn. Jupiter going direct in Capricorn. And the Sagittarius South node. Now we have a Moon that's sideways. So we have Moon invert sun, sun invert moon, and then the moon sideways. So it's sort of like the dawning of a new day, which is what's happening in this picture here on this Ace of Pentacles. It also sprach Zarathustra. Ace of Pentacles, spring energy, which is that sunrise kind of energy, which spring energy would normally be Aries, so there is a reference to that Aries placement for Mars, but there is no actual Mars in this reading, which is kind of weird. This crossover energy here, the 5 of Rods invert, let me hold that up. Let me hold up this 9 as well. 9 of Rods invert. Okay. So this is like the King of Swords fighting with his friends when he's little. They're play acting. Or it's like Cartman, it's like, excuse guys, I'm getting him. It's like, I'm just gonna go play with myself because you guys suck. And here he is a little bit older. Like, wow, where's all my friends? I've been waiting around forever. Those douchebags never showed up. Maybe they don't like me. And here he is in battle, like, why am I all by myself? I feel like I don't have any strength. I've got no support. And then into this energy of the King of Swords, like, sort of dictatorial. If you don't like me, I'm going to manipulate you to do what I want. So there's this oh, it's so weird because this is water, so it's like emotional manipulation. There's the only water in here is this feminine energy, which is kind of weird as well. I just heard Drowning in the Sea of Love by Ava Cassidy. So the 5 of Rods energy is Saturn in Leo. So we have another inverted sun throwing moon energy down, and then Saturn retrograde. So it's interesting, there's only one actual emotional card, but there's 3 other cards that have moon energy. So what is the moon? It's like the deepest of the darkest of night. It's kind of where you would go in this sleepwalk. I'm trying to think of the lyrics to Sleepwalker by Adam Lambert. And I can't get past, like, the chorus part. But it's sort of like this idea of I can't move on emotionally because of what you did to me. Right? This energy is I'm holding a grudge. I'm gonna think about it and fester on it and not be balanced in my thoughts. My magic card isn't upright because I'm using magic, but I'm using black magic. Right? I'm using the 7 metals of alchemy. I'm not, which is like 7 swords. I'm gonna sneak it. The moon in Aquarius. Is that right? I was right. So the idea with this spread is that there's this idea that the masculine energy has been trying to pull a fast one, basically. And it doesn't mean, I'm not saying like a man is a douchebag, because plenty of women can harness this same masculine energy. But what's happening is that the directive of Mars in Aries has been the last ego showdown. And this, I'm holding a grudge, I'm going to manipulate everybody around me because I'm in conflict with them. It's the last ego showdown. But when Mars goes retrograde in Aries, it's going to kind of slice open the underbelly of this distortion. Right? What is this? We're cutting open the underbelly. We're cutting open the dragon's belly. We're going to manifest a new paradigm here with this inner transformation, right? Because a 13 inverted doesn't always mean I refuse to transition, I refuse to release. It can mean all of my work is on the interior, and we're doing it emotionally, right? It's like I'm living in cold steel my whole life. Well, you know, put some fucking bows on it or something. Like, gotta have a little bit of, you know, enjoyment. So there's, which time have I got? A couple minutes. And I do feel like this is coming off of that full moon, especially with so much moon energy just kind of, it's like every time you think the day is gonna dawn, it's like, moon energy. Hey, maybe I'll open the shit. Moon. I'm gonna let a little bit of light in. Moon. So there's this idea of giving up the resistance to 14 balance. I'm not gonna hang around forever smacking everybody that comes near me. I'm going to take a look inside and start to wake up and realize that I can be like, I'm trying to say like magnanimous. It's like the idea of radioactive is usually about decay. As I break apart, there's energy being emitted, which is kind of what's happening here, right? There's an explosion of illumination as your world as you know it decays, and you can see that in this Ace of Pentacles card, alright? So if you want to get a personal reading, you can hit me up at thecatcamebackatcamp@gmail.com. I have a complete list of readings that I offer and how much they cost in the description box of my infomercial video, which is linked below this one. And the thumbnail looks like this page here. If you want to help contribute to my channel, you can donate paypal.me/CATtheMinion. I also have Cash App and Venmo. You can come hang out at Patreon, where I've got in-depth readings for individual signs and other things as well. I've got merch and prints, coloring books. I've got, come on Fred, get out of the way. I've got actual art items in my catalog here. And so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment if you're nasty. Don't forget to check out that playlist tab and the discussion tab. And stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.